Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Drones and Coffee. John, Joe, Lon. Let's see. I got to put Lon back in here. He's doing something.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Go for the Leo. What's up?
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Joe.
What's going on?
Where we at? February the 2nd already. Wow. Hey, moving right along.
Yeah.
Getting close to that South Florida drone meetup.
Yeah.
Joe's got a little meetup going today. I mean, he didn't invite everybody to, John.
I sure did.
I never got the invite.
I invited everybody
Mine was
in many different chats and many different streams. I said, come on down and party to Houston.
It's just a Texas thing. He don't want nobody coming over there.
I know how those Texas people.
Yeah,
Well, Texas is so big.
enough.
I figured that anybody outside of Texas ain't going to come anyway. So.
We got Michael Wright and Chris coming down, right?
Yeah, and Brian Mackey, who lives about 15, 20 minutes from me, he's going to come out with us today too. And then of course, my buddy Will. I think Will's going to come. He said he's got to do some stuff till about 2, but he may join us late.
Yeah,
Where
look,
are you meeting
Michael said he never got no invite.
The hell you didn't, cuz. Come on.
Michael, hey, but he wants everybody to wear red somewhere. I think John, he said.
No.
All right, welcome in.
Good
Let's see. Uncle Bill, DeMarco, Steve Genesis, Fly Zone. Who else is in here? USA, Captain Joe, of course, he's in here. Uncle Bill, Brent Bentrail, D-Man, 52 Drones, welcome in. DeMarco. Who else was in here early? Somebody was in here early.
Channel always plays it in.
Or Ron
Johnson. Yep.
Ron Johnson. Yeah. So
Morning, everybody.
Some dude named Lon Denard.
Lon was in here early.
That bastard.
His camera kicked him out. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken Hallbauer was in here. Kenny.
Kenny, morning.
Chris should pop in for a few minutes, he said, and he's going to take off. He's about 2 hours from you, Joe? Or maybe even.
Who? I'm sorry, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Where are you meeting up, Joe?
My bando, baby.
Your bando? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been wanting to fly it for a while, so we've been talking about it for like a couple months anyway. So
Yeah.
I said, just name the weekend, man. We'll find a good weekend to do it. So today's the weekend. Today's the day.
Scotty Jackrabbit FPV is in the house.
Hi, Crazy Scott.
Crazy Scott.
Yeah, it's okay, Joe. Not inviting people. You know, wait till see what happens with your firstborn.
I am done having children.
Wow.
Damn.
His next born,
What's Lon drinking this morning?
his next born FPV drone is what Lon's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fall asleep and not be awakened except for the kiss of a prince true love or whatever. I forget.
Hey, Rick Williamson said, he said, who has money when they have their own bando?
Yeah,
Right? And their own abandoned building.
Yeah.
it is not mine.
It's not completely abandoned.
It's not abandoned, really. There's 2 businesses in there. It's just the lower levels gutted from a flood in 2017, Hurricane Harvey. But the second and third story are still intact, and there's 2 businesses in there, but it's always just dead,
Yeah.
especially on the weekend.
Interesting. Go ahead.
They still have that police officer all the time.
Usually in the morning, if we get there early enough, yeah, he's just sitting in the back. We can't see him from the street, but as soon as we fly, we see him, and he don't pay us no mind.
Probably just chilling back there.
He's probably sleeping. I mean, he don't care. Like, we'll wave to him as he pulls out and leaves. He don't even give us a middle finger, but whatever, that's cool.
He's watching Netflix.
He might be.
Or something. Pornhub.
Yeah.
Mr. Flynn, what's the weather up by you?
It snowed like
Don't
2
ask.
inches last night.
I'm so sick of winter. I don't even want to talk about it.
Man, it hasn't been that bad, John, to be honest with you. I work outside all the time. So
Right. But I mean, it's not ideal for going out and flying your drone. I mean,
No.
let's
Not
be
ideal
honest
for
with you.
practice in manual mode, huh?
That's right. I wanted to yesterday, and man, it's like 22 degrees and the wind's blowing. Nah, I don't think I will. Getting too old for that. So
Yeah, we got a nice week, Joe. I think today's supposed to be 75 degrees. Yeah.
Something like that.
Be nice here too. A little hazy right now, but it'll all burn off here soon as the sun comes up all the way.
It is beautiful this morning. Hey, Lion, you can go fly. Rodney Bell, welcome in.
Or Rod William, Tar Heels Aerial. Good morning.
Yeah, William.
Man, I ain't leaving the house. I leave the house if I don't have to.
So Joe,
I got like between the Avata and the Air 3 and on my lipos, I think I got like 23, 25 packs here ready to go.
So you bringing the Avata? You got it all going, Joe? The one you rebuilt?
Yep.
On?
Yep. I changed that downward vision sensor and the ribbon. Actually, I changed the sensor and it did not fix the problem. So I tore into it again and changed the actual ribbon cable, and that fixed every single error that I was getting in it. It's it's like factory now. Yeah, it's great. And I changed the motor that got broke, that I bent, and good, man. It's good.
Yeah. So, and it's probably one of the cheapest things you can get, the little ribbon cable, huh?
Right. Yeah. I think it was $9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, what's up, Chris?
Mr. Hope.
Hey, Chris.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Hear me okay?
We got you. We got you.
Yeah, I deal with ribbon cables, and that's the problem with ribbon cables. They can be really fragile.
Yep.
So
And I've tore into that thing so many times. Yeah. I've taken it apart many times, and I figured at some point
1-2 bends and it's over.
And I remember actually, I think I remember doing it like when I was putting it back together one day. I was like, oh shit, I got kinked up. Oh, that might be bad.
Yeah, I would have stopped right there. I'll be honest with you. I've learned my lesson.
Well,
ribbon cable gets bent, done. I'm
just stop, order it.
Going to get a new ribbon cable. I don't even bother because that's a lot of work.
But I
to be
think
effing around.
Joe has seen like a loose one of the wires that came disconnected from something, huh, Joe? And you thought that was easily.
Let's see. There was a wire. Yeah, originally there was a busted wire on the back of the battery port, and I just figured that was the issue. I guess it was. That was the issue with the battery installation error.
Right.
But it was either the RX or the TX wire. But anyhow, I fixed that and it was good. But several more problems after that, but it's all good now after, I don't know, 5 or 6 times taking it apart and building it.
Hey, Chris, I want you to show Joe how to fly today now.
Show me how to not crash, would you?
Is Joe going to be there?
Joe,
I will be there.
Is Joe Fodolio coming to this thing? I don't know.
I think he might,
I think he's the originator, but
Maybe. Yeah, you're the instigator. I don't know about originator, but you an instigating little fort.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I was gonna go until I found out Joe was coming, and it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all I know, Chris, is
wow.
when you come through that building and go up to the right, there's a big tall pine tree right there. So just plan.
Yeah,
It might have some DJI FPV parts left behind in it too. Speaking of which, I think Brian Mackey said he's bringing his potato today. I said, "Damn!"
Really?
Yeah. I said, mine's dusty, but it's gonna stay on the shelf.
Chris, did you get the Avata yet that the guy sent you? Or you?
No, I have not got it yet.
Oh, okay.
It's in transit, but it's not here.
Gotcha.
I got a couple things for you, Chris, too. Since you got an Avata, it's the Avata 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I got a couple things for you this afternoon.
Thank you, Johnny, for the goodie box.
Oh yeah. I had a couple things too. That's what I realized I had some stuff from Avata. So hey, I sent them to Chris.
I've got a hard case I could send you, Chris, but it would cost me more than to ship it probably than you could buy it. So you just have to come to the South Florida meetup.
I don't remember.
Oh, breaking up.
Yeah, Chris breaking up a little bit.
He froze.
Rodney Bell, good morning.
Yeah.
Captain Joe,
Captain Braid's in there too, and TJ.
Captain Joe, you been flying?
I flew yesterday. I went out by Sunset Point and tried to reenact that snow flight. So I did as close as I could. If I'd have thought about it when I did the snow flight, I'd have done it with waypoints and went back and did it again.
Hey, let me tell y'all about Captain Joe. I'm listening to the radio. I don't know what, about a week ago. WWL is a big station here, AM station. You can probably pick them up everywhere. But anyway, so the girls on there talking about somebody saw manatee at that point. So they were talking about Joe because he's the one that they saw the video. I think Joe and reached out to you, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So the manatee is headed up the Chicago.
harassed me. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Because they were so worried about this manatee in the water in Louisiana that they had Audubon Institute, everything. I went back a couple of days. They asked me, go back and try to find it. So I went and looked, couldn't find it. And they came out with Audubon Institute. They were running around with kayaks, everything. They saw it one time, and then it went underwater, and they couldn't find it after that. They said, the hell with you.
Kind of crazy. So I called Joe, and I said, yeah, some ladies on the WWL radio station talking about some dumbass drone pilot that found a so I had to mess with Joe.
And I got off. I remember I was on Paul's show or something, and I got off, and I called them up and got on the air with them for a minute.
Huh.
And that was on the Tommy Tucker show.
Yep.
So you're a radio star now too.
There's a whole backstory to that. I was a radio star before I was a photographer.
So there's not normally manatees out there, I'm assuming?
No.
Well, they have manatees in Lake.
I
I
think it was a time of year. They said the water, shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, they were saying the water was too cold, and they said they should have been heading out. But if you go back in Big Branch, back off of Boy Scout Road, there's a little endless slip that it goes all the way to Lake Pontchartrain, comes back in. They get up in there, and you see them up in there. They had one at Mandeville Harbor. I was walking that little jetty that walks out fishing, and one of them come up and rolled over next to him and almost jumped off. And I didn't know what the hell it was. I thought it was something jumping out at me. So I almost came off of it.
Wow.
Backpack Jackie from Spain is listening.
Not many of them, but we have them.
Yeah.
I
So
think
Chris,
I've been here 24 years in Mandeville. I think I've seen them 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 times.
So Lon, what about the flip? No flip for you, right? You didn't get the flip.
No, I'm not really interested. I mean, if they sold it without a controller or nothing for like $300, I'd consider it. Billy talked about sending me one of his. I guess he got 2, just in case he crashed one. And I'm like, nah, don't bother. You might end up needing it for something. You know what I mean? I just don't have any interest in it. You know what I mean? It's all right, but I don't have any interest in any mini drones. Much less the flip.
Right.
I think they're going to improve it. From what I hear, there's beta software being tested right now, and because right now it only follows from the front. From the back, it only follows you. I guess there's some talk about having it, follow from the front, because doesn't it? I can't remember. Doesn't the Neo follow you from the front or the side or some crap?
It'll follow you from the front, yeah.
Yeah. So why won't the flip? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the difference? The Neo has 0 obstacle avoidance. So why wouldn't it follow you from the front?
Right. Yeah.
I think this is just a firmware situation.
I'm curious, does the flip, like I know the name flip, right? Because you just like flip it open, but does it, I haven't watched any reviews on it. Does it like actually flip? No? Okay.
It's just
no.
It's just a play on the way it folds up and flips open.
Yeah, it doesn't
Understand when you buy it, they're flipping you.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can't even fly the FPV with the goggles. So
no, it doesn't even fly with the goggles or anything.
Oh,
and
wow.
that's, like I said, that's where I was going with this. Apparently, they're working on that because there's been some demand for it. DJI's like that. In a way, I blame them, and in a way, I don't blame them, because if there's no real interest in it, why put all that time and effort into it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
to make features nobody gives a shit about, then why would you spend all that time and effort in it? You know what I mean?
Joe, what is Mikey, what is Mikey talking about right here?
Yeah, last night on his show, Jimmy, which is Onyx FPV, formerly known as Dizzy Dean FPV. He had the 05 air unit last night on the stream. He was showing us. It's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
It was a flashlight. It was like it was Jimmy silly, man. Jimmy silly, but yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
Hey, it will be laughing. Hey, about less than a year from now, we'll be talking about the 05. I'm sure.
Yeah, but it looked like the way he was holding it. It looked like it could be like a little camera, But the the lens was like an inch and a half in diameter. Like, damn, we have 4-inch sensor on this thing. Check it out.
Yeah, everybody's frames. They're already wigging out now, having to change everything. Can you imagine again?
Yeah. I'm gonna probably have to put the take the 03 air unit out of my Demibot and put the 04 in it, and put the 03 in my prototype Quad Mafia frame. So
Really?
yeah, I don't know that the it's tight, man. That 04, that camera is big.
Yeah.
It's chunky.
It is.
Well,
It's tall. It's deep.
Kai, welcome in, Kai.
Giggity.
Giggity.
The
Yep.
04
It's touching both front standoffs right now, so it's gonna take a custom print to make that fit. But I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
But since I'm supposed to just batch it and test this thing, I really considered putting a Vista unit in it. I don't even own one, but since the idea is just go out and beat the hell out of it, you know.
Kai said tight is good.
Tight is good, yeah.
Tight is good. Well, if they're giving you the 04 air unit, you can bash it around, but
give me
that's
shit.
not the case. Yeah, exactly. So if you want to give me an 04 air unit, I'll bash it around.
So Joe, you can't get any kind of low TPU, anything to soften up. I mean,
Yeah, there's some STL files that are already made. I know to house the 03. So it'll fit the 03.
Right.
I just may have to get a little creative on getting the 04 to fit in there, because it is the same width.
right.
It is the same width, but if I can figure out a way to get it in there, I might get longer standoffs, or I might just put a nut on the bottom of the standoff, and then just space it up just a few millimeters.
That's what I was thinking. Just get you some plastic washers put in there and space it.
That's what I was telling Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I may just build it up taller,
Yeah.
make a little room. But I mean, that'll help with the height wise, but even still, the width is still. And of course, that'll be redesigned. When we come out with our final design, we'll widen that out at least a 1/4 inch, because it's about a 1/4 inch narrower than the Grinderino standoffs. So,
Yeah, and pretty soon I think we'll be seeing a bunch of frames that just change over real, to the 04. I mean,
Yeah, Johnny, you see that video I sent you? The guy with the Neo?
yeah, the one, you sent one this morning, huh? Or was that last night?
Last night maybe, but I think it's Blue Sky Ver. That's his name, Blue Sky Ver, all one word.
Oh yeah, Blue
He
Sky.
flew Neo was more like a camera drone, and he had that sucker above the buildings and everything. And it's 18 minutes. Looked like a one shot. About 18 minutes on it, and he takes off and comes back to him. There's only one glitch right at the end where it looks like he took he was using goggles and the sticks.
Yeah, he's been
And
on
it
our
looked like
he's been on our show before, Blue Skyver.
Yeah, it surprises me that was a Neo. Because the only time I knew it was a Neo is when he make a turn. When you make a turn, because the Neo will not make a turn, it'll jump.
Yeah, some of the footage I did look at a few minutes ago. It looked pretty neat.
Yeah, he had that sucker up, and it said it was 5 mile an hour wind.
where's this at?
It's some other country.
He is in.
I figured it's some part of the country.
Canada?
He's in the UK, I believe.
I thought he
Yeah,
was
it's
in another
UK somewhere in the
In another country.
other country.
Yeah, he was one of.
That's
Remember when
some
I think the Xeno 2 came out?
Figured he's in a
somehow.
country somewhere.
He was one of the first ones to get a Xeno 2. I know he was on Drone Nation. Well, Xeno Nation back then.
Must be a Chiefs fan talking.
Yeah, is New Orleans all red and yellow yet? They got it all lit up.
Oh, they got the Superdome red and yellow.
Yeah, I saw that. You sent me that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry
Oh,
you
they
didn't
were
burst
bitching
into
about it
flames.
this morning.
He just walked in with a KC flag.
Yeah, they were bitching about it this morning because the mayor's saying something about, I can't remember what the funds, something about the funds that's already voted on, locked in, and they were saying, well, with Taylor coming in and all the money she's going to generate, the mayor should be taking that deal instead. I was like, oh, come on.
Hey, they spent $21 million putting lights on a bridge. I mean,
You're right.
now you can't get your car to them because of the potholes, but anyway.
Yeah. But the
Sounds
bridge
like
looked
Missouri.
pretty at night.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Yeah, it looks pretty. So does
That's all that
Christmas.
matters.
Oh man, it's crazy. Hey, you know what though? It's good. They'll have a good time. They'll have a good time down there. Just stay down on the well lit areas and hang around Superdome, Porges, the casino, and all. You'll be fine.
Well, even the wet lit areas aren't that good anymore.
I mean,
Because
hey,
there was
your
a,
car will only get
Broadmoor.
broken into 1 or 2 times. That's all.
Yeah, Broadmoor, right up there by Tulane University. They had a couple walking the other night, and lighted street, beautiful lighted street, and they stopped right by her house. He went to kiss her good night. Guy comes walking out the shadows and says, "Give it up, you can't win. Give it up, you can't win." Like this, and the guy, and she's screaming. It's on a ring camera. She's screaming. He says, "Stop!" And he's pushing her back to the back, right, and getting behind the car. And the guy's right up there with the gun on him. I mean, within about 3 feet, saying, "You can't win." He said, "What do you want?" He said, "Give me your coat. I want your coat." He had a nice coat on. It looked nice. And the guy reaches over to take his coat out, pulls the gun out, and shoots him 3 times.
Jeez.
He had the gun under the coat. Oh, it was classic. It was beautiful.
So
When are the protests going to start? When are the protests going to start?
I'm waiting for that. But it was on the news. They showed it. They showed it. I mean, this guy didn't stand a chance.
You shouldn't shoot somebody that's trying to rob you. I mean, why would you do that?
Come on, man. Come on. When are the protests start?
It looked like the first 2 shots were body shots. Looked like the last one might have been a headshot. Because the guy was just dropped straight down.
Yeah, hey, Cass, I don't know what y'all worried about. Yeah, because you're 7'7" or some crap. Kai, who gonna mess with you? Oh man.
Hey, Frank.
So, John, you've been flying in the Sims. You've been hitting the Sim pretty good.
A little bit. Just go on for a few minutes at a time.
Yeah.
A few minutes.
I got to download that Sim. I hadn't tried that one.
John, you're ready, man. You're ready, John.
Oh, I'm ready. The weather.
You're ready for real life, John. Go get it. I've watched you in the sim.
Ready
You're
for
doing
real
fine.
life?
You got it, Rocky.
Okay, Nick.
Cut me, Nick.
John, what Joe is saying, John, is he'll be glad to see you try one of his drones out there at the park.
Come on.
Well, if I was closer, man, I'd be down there.
You drive down here. I'll let you fly one of my quads. Let's go.
Okay.
Y'all sound like those high school.
When we go to South Florida, Joe, on that Sunday, you let him fly yours.
Yeah. I will. Absolutely. If he proves himself.
I definitely won't.
Elon, they sound like those high school dance coaches. The girls get out there. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. That's all
Y'all got it.
Y'all got it.
Y'all got it. Oh, maybe not.
You don't got it.
I'm waiting one to say, "Don't F up,"
I don't know if y'all saw Igor or one of them. Who else? They put the pictures of the Air 4. Did y'all see those pictures?
No, you got them up.
I mean, I'll tell you what, man, they starting already,
Do you have it? Yeah, let's see them.
Let me see if I can find it.
Somebody was talking about the Neo 2.
I think it was he had a Neo 2, yeah.
Yeah, keep the Neo 1.
Hey, that's what it's about, though. Got to get.
Well, you got to keep it moving. Yeah.
Got to get them drones.
I mean, they're gonna actually make something with a 4 in it.
Yeah.
I thought threes where they stopped.
I think Phantom was the only thing that had a 4, right?
Phantom 4.
Yep.
Let's see here.
The only 4 I remember.
Right here to my right.
Old Faithful. That was my introduction to DJI, my first roofing job. Though. Ooh, that's pretty. What's that?
The rumors will probably start up again when their Chinese New Year is over too. I would imagine.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna get nothing right now.
Nope.
A bit of a drought.
You get to see it. You get to see one today, Joe.
All right. Let's go.
Let's see.
I haven't seen one in a minute. It's a good bird.
I see a couple articles. Oh, okay.
You got a 4 written on it with it.
So it's basically the Mavic 4 with a smaller camera and a slightly smaller body, but the same setup. Okay.
It's the Mavic 4 Classic.
Yeah.
Is that the 4X?
They better not come out with that first.
Yeah.
The Mavic 4 Pro's coming out first.
You promise?
Well, let me ask you a question. Have you seen even a single leak of anything but the Mavic 4 Pro?
Not until this.
No. Well, then, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You
I
know,
know what
yeah,
you mean.
yeah, yeah.
But,
Yeah, and
you
by
know.
now there would be something, right?
Yeah.
Considering the level of leaks that have already been out, there'd be something. You know what I mean? This is all Mavic 4 stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see there being an Air. There's going to be an Air 4. I mean, why would anybody doubt it, right? You know, but there's going to be a Mini 5. There's going to be a Mini 20 probably. You know, it's like,
I want to see
there's no
more
doubt.
of the new controller. That's what
Yeah, the controller is what I'm excited about. I care more about that than I do the Mavic 4, to be honest with you. I might be making a decision just to get the controller. I might not even bother with the Mavic 4. I'm not sure. I really wanted optical zoom, damn it. I really want optical zoom.
Oh, you're going to get the Mavic 4. You're going to get the Mavic.
I would just.
No, I probably will. I probably will. I'm going to lie. I probably will, but I really want optical zoom. If there's even a sniff of a rumor where they're going to come out with a Mavic 4 zoom or, you know, whatever, then I'm not going to get it. I mean, if there's even so much as just a sniff of a rumor that there's going to be an optical zoom version, the Pro Plus or the whatever.
It'd be nice if they had just like one camera with optical zoom, and then you
that's
have
what I
to
want.
screw around with all the other. Because I mean, who uses like that one, the wide, the one
7 times?
camera?
Yeah, there's 6.5 times, or the frick it's going to be. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but I want to use the main sensor. Why would I bother with a 1/1.3 or whatever? If I want to shoot with a 1/1.3, I got that already.
Yeah, it's garbage.
You know,
it's just kind of a gimmick as far as I'm concerned. Really,
I'm just not into it. I would rather have one camera with optical zoom. That's what I want. Then keep everything else. The ND filters. Then keep everything else. As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna call him, man. That Frank,
just
man.
make it
what
happen.
the hell?
Quit screwing around and give him a call.
Quit goofing around.
Tell him Johnny said one camera.
Yeah, tell him I said it.
8x optical zoom.
Yeah. Even if I take 5, I'll take 5.
I take 4.
I take 3.
Yeah, 4
I take 3. To be honest with you, I take 3.
Yeah.
I can fly my drone closer. You know what I mean? That's the whole beauty of a drone. With a camera, you want longer zoom because you're stuck somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. Goddamn drone, you can fly closer 9 times out of 10. You know?
Lon, answer that right there. What's the difference between the RC and RC Pro?
Let's see. Screen resolution, screen brightness. The RC Pro has better gimbals, better
range.
You can add apps, you can sideload apps.
Yeah, you got better processor,
better range.
Nits, already brighter screen.
Yeah.
What's the RC that we're talking about? between the RC
HDMI.
Pro?
Well, he said the RC, so I'm assuming he's talking about the first RC.
Yeah,
which is like
the Mavic 3.
Smart controller. Oh, okay. Well, isn't that the RC Pro?
RC2 or 1, yeah, he's talking about it.
RC1 or RC2.
The Mavic 3 you can only use with the RC, which would be the RC1 or the RC Pro. You can't use RC2.
Yeah.
You can't use nothing like that. Okay.
Rick Williamson, that big old box had an 04 air unit in, and it was a plain box. And when you pull the tab back and open up the flap, it had DJI under it. So it's kind of interesting. I think the flip was shipped like that. So I don't know. Is it meant to kind of get away from customs, or is it for theft? You know, people stealing DJI boxes.
Yeah. Well, the flip had a whole different name on the shipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a whole different name on the shipper.
Well,
Hey, I gotta say happy birthday to Donald Doss and Gary Foster. Today
Happy
is
birthday, guys.
Yeah.
Happy
To finish up
birthday
about the
to
RC, the finish up between the RC Pro and the RC, the 5D button, HDMI, it's just a better controller overall. Period. I don't even outboard antennas, because the RC has internal antennas, so the penetration's way better on the RC Pro. You know, so
Has anybody looked to see what the tariff had done to the DJI website?
nothing yet. As of last night, nothing.
Nothing.
are we sure they're tariffing DJI? They've already tariffed DJI once.
But they added an additional 10%.
supposedly.
To all Chinese products?
Supposed to be.
Yep.
I think they probably would eat that 10%, I guess, right now.
They've been eating most of it as it is.
Right. Yeah.
China's all I saw. They hit old Mexico Go
And
with Canon.
the money they saving from not keeping a fly day
25%.
database up safe, they'll be all right. 10%.
I have
That's
a
pretty
feeling they'll
funny.
be all right. DJI is going to be just fine.
They'll be all right in
Regardless.
general. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll be.
It's not like we're their only customers.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what it's gonna translate into.
Wait a minute. Hey, I haven't bought this thing in a minute.
What's that?
It wasn't the Air 3S with the standard controller. Was it only $1,000?
I think
it was
$11.99.
$11.99. I thought it was $11.99 because it's $13.99 now.
No, that's what the.
Oh, yeah, $10.99 is for just the controller and the drone.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember when I bought it. I just bought it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention. So yeah. Okay. So with just the controller, it's $10.99. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
you know
it's
that?
been. Yeah.
I'm just saying that. I'm not trying to be a fanboy. That's pretty reasonable now that I think about it. I'm just looking at it. Wait a minute.
That's which drone? I'm sorry, the Air 3S.
Air 3S, yeah, with just
Yeah.
the controllers, $10.99.
I think the Air 3S was almost the same price. It might have been a little lower than the Air 2S.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the
that's
Air 3. I'm
pretty-
sorry, the Air
3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lower.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I think the
like
Air 2S
Avata.
Flymore was $12.99 at Best Buy. The Air 2S. What
Oh,
I
okay,
paid.
so it's like $100 more then. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's like
hey,
the
you know,
Avata
yeah.
and the Avata 2, though, too. The prices on that, on the Avata 2.
Yep.
So,
I think it was cheaper than the original Avata. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Although Joe's got Joe's got a brand new Avata in the box. Yeah.
You could say I got two brand new ones because the other one's only got 15 flights on it.
Yeah.
You got like
Yeah, but the 15
4
Joe
or 5
flights.
batteries, a whole bunch of stuff.
15 flights, how many poles?
15
Right.
Joe flights. They're like dog years,
No,
right?
that's the one that
15 flights. That's like 80 packs, bro.
That's like,
That sucker's
it's like dog
used,
years.
Joe. That is not like
I'm
new.
on it. Let me I'll give you the data. Hold on.
So hey, Chris, what you bringing down the fly today? Oh, Joe, he just went
Oh,
off.
there you went.
There he went.
Yeah, you can't live stream mobily, man. I'm sorry.
He's,
When you're moving,
Joe, Chris is bringing his 5-inch, I guess. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd imagine that 5-inch that Charlie built for him and his Phantom. Whatever else.
Now, did you see Charlie said he was he getting out of FPV or was he?
I didn't see. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he put up a video. Then it's not there anymore. That he's. I don't know. I don't know if he's. He got in with those guys with the planes. So I'm not sure if he's getting into the planes. Or...
He's
Hello.
too good of a drone pilot to walk away.
Mr.
Yeah,
Koshat.
man, I can't imagine that he would.
Come on, Philip.
It's got 18 flights, 1 hour, 44 minutes. That's on that one.
It's worth about $400,
brand new in
Joe.
the box.
I say 175. Shit.
Yeah, 250 tops.
Yeah, go ahead.
225. Oh, the price is sinking.
Hey, he's
Oh,
got
wait,
one though.
it's-
Hey, it's not
it's
even
Captain
open. It's
Joe.
sealed in the box.
They got one
199.
brand new in the box.
Randy said $50. There you go.
Now that's Max.
Oh, Philip's going to fly with Dave today. Fly high PV, yeah. Everybody's going to fly.
Funny shit. I couldn't stand the Avata one. I got rid of it so fast because Billy sent me one for free, and I flew it around about 5 times. I'm like, ugh, it was out of here.
Shoot, I got more time on the Neo.
Avata too.
Yeah, my Neo's got 19 flights on it. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
One thing good about the
19.
Avata, it was built like a tank.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
very
yeah.
beefy.
I'll give it that.
But man, it was
Yeah,
noisy.
That's real, dude. I have beat the hell out of mine. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
it
the,
finally broke down. Like it went in the creek at Minefield. It was still fine. Hung it on my fan to dry out and flew it the next morning.
it's the sport
Wow.
version of the FPV, you know. The
Yeah.
sport.
the off-road version.
Yeah, right.
Off-road version.
I honestly love the
Nah,
Avata
man.
one. Like in manual, I mean, in normal and sport, it's not. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not
that
great.
tumble was real. I like the potato better than the Avata one.
Well,
The potato I could do anything I wanted to with.
Yeah.
The freaking Avata one. The minute I tried to do a yaw, inverted yaw spin
It's a
or
whoop.
whatever, the fucking thing would go around and then it go.
It's a whoop.
Yeah.
I did an inverted yaw. I did an inverted yaw spin in my Avata the other
Did
day.
you?
Yeah.
After you converted it?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, after the upgrade.
I get right about here and it go. Ah!
What are you trying to do?
What
There
are
you go,
doing?
Lonnie.
No.
Lonnie, you got to get back in the building, Mikey says. He gonna,
Yeah. Don't hold your
that
breath.
Look at that beast.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at all that effort. Good for
Yeah,
you.
look at
though.
all that
If you
effort.
love it.
Yeah, look at all
if
that
you love
effort.
it, look at all that effort. It's still not in Nevada, too.
It's better. It's better.
It's better than about it.
shit, it's a lot.
That's what I would
it's a hell
tell
of a lot
myself
quicker.
too. If
That's
I
what
spent
I'm
50 hours on a drone, I'd be like, "Oh, it's way better. That's way better."
Don't you tell me it's not.
It's better
No,
because
he
I've got
only set-
about
he only set a
10
world
hours of
record.
love into the damn thing.
Yeah, he only set a world record for taking it apart and putting it back together.
Yeah,
And
that's why it's better because 10 is an understatement. I probably got 15, 20 hours in rebuilding this damn thing.
That's,
Yeah.
what else,
20
what else
minutes.
would you be doing? Listening
20
to
minutes
Taylor
of flight
Swift
time
record?
and 10 hours of rebuild.
It's
That's way
the
better.
wrong color though.
The camera's
I
better
don't say
too.
red and gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe,
you
you
can't tell the
should have
camera's
dipped
better.
it. You should have dipped it in red.
Yeah.
Joe
While
be
you're
getting
at it.
sued for Kansas City. You know.
Red and gold.
The reason he did it is because if he hit something, he didn't have anybody to throw a flag.
Oh, this guy. Here we go.
Oh.
This guy.
Bail him out.
Oh.
You know,
he
it's
really
funny, I
don't.
got-
You know, he really don't wear Kansas City stuff today of the.
Yeah, never.
It's official. He got an official shirt.
You're right. It's fun. I got, Kansas City Chiefs license plate frames on front and back of my truck. And if I got to cut somebody off because they driving slow in the fast lane, I'll do it. And I always think to myself, I wonder if they see my license plate frame and go, oh, well, he probably ain't going to get a ticket. He's a Chiefs fan. He's got the refs on his side,
Yeah.
I always think that to myself. Oh, he's a Chiefs fan. Yeah. Where's the cop when you need him?
I can see Joe out there flying, shake it off, shake it off.
Oh, man.
I requested Shake It Off this morning to Dennis, but he didn't know that song. So
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
I heard
Oh
that.
my God.
For
I probably
Lance.
watched that.
I don't want to see Dennis
Probably
sing Shake It Off.
to Lance.
Let's see.
yeah, it was for Lance.
Oh man.
Bottom line is a battery life. No, yeah, that's true. That is true.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I
I
know
get-
though, when you find a manual, you're not doing that great. But then again, a car, real FPV isn't that great when you're
Right.
hammering it either. So
Yeah, no, I was
kind of comparable, I'd say.
after I think it was my maiden flight, the first time I rebuilt it with the frame, I crashed at 7.5 minutes in with 49% battery left. So, or 45, maybe something like that. But still, yeah, and it's quieter too with the upgrade. It's not so annoying. It's a much lower pitch and quieter.
It sounds like the
Yeah.
flip is pretty whiny. Seems like it's pretty loud.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah, Russ did a video that said one was. I think he was knocking on Ken Herron, but he was, Ken said that the flip is way more annoying than the Neo, but I think the Neo's more annoying.
Ain't
Charge
nobody
the
more
pitch.
annoying than Ken Herron.
Well, that's true.
I
I knew that was
I knew
Period.
as soon as he said that, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Cat, way up here. Neo.
Yeah. Fuck. I'd live with
did
a
you see
Neo
this?
flying around my head 24/7 than be in the same room with Ken.
did you
Ken
see
Herron.
that somebody hacked his
Oh,
channel? Somebody hacked Ken Herron's channel, was trying to sell Bitcoin and shit or something yesterday.
Oh,
They-
really?
Yeah, they took over the channel. He can't
Yeah.
even get on.
Yeah.
YouTube,
Really?
They
YouTube
did.
yanked him.
Really?
They had a lot of people watching too, like 1,000 people.
Damn, no, I didn't even see that.
It was yesterday, I think it was, huh, Joe?
That's a
Yeah, and
shame.
they kept popping. They kept taking it off, and they kept popping back. Taking it off, popping back. They took all his. They completely took it over. YouTube had to kill the channel.
Oh my god!
Wow.
All his videos, everything's gone.
Wow.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
man.
were popping up on mine last night, and it kept going off.
Phillips
Phillips
No,
said
that sucks. I mean, whether you
35,000
like the guy or not, dude, that sucks.
35,000 people was watching. It was, I saw it pop up, and then I saw it not there, and it's like, what the hell is
35,000 people?
And everybody that was participating in the chat was getting hacked.
Mm.
That was happening too. If you typed in the chat, because it was asking different things about, because they were giving them away. Giving Bitcoin
so they weren't getting hacked. They were asking for information, and dumbasses were giving
people would type something in there, and then they get hacked.
Damn.
And then they shut it down. They wouldn't let them put up a chat anymore. But then every time they kill it, they come back on with a different one, but under his name.
All right, Joe Fotoleo, I'll let you answer that. What's the best
Still
way?
debating on going FPV. What is the best way to get into it? Man, the best way, I'd say get a Nevada, one or two. Honestly, get a full package with goggles if you don't have it, and the whole bit, and
go up high and throw it in manual, and just
if you're trying to get in a manual, do that for sure. Go up a couple hundred feet, several mistakes up, and flying a sim first before you do all that. Practice.
And then set it in your driveway and try to take off like 300 times on a Sunday morning, like I did in manual. Eventually, you'll get it.
Yeah, a lot of
there will be some crashing, William. There will be some crashing. Be ready.
A lot of people believe you should get the controller because you can buy the FPV controller too for a couple $100, I believe it is.
$199.
Go on the Sims for a while
and
just do Sims for a while.
Yep.
And that's what I'm just saying. That's what a lot of people believe.
Yep.
Or a lot of people will tell you to get the N3 and the Neo even and the controller. That's the cheapest way to get into it, quite frankly.
I would say
that probably is the cheapest way.
$200 for the goggles, $200 for the Neo.
For me, I could not learn in a sim, but I mean, now I can fly better in a sim because I can fly, but I could not learn in a sim. But some people,
right?
I can see how the sim could help, but I don't know.
Yeah, it depends.
Out there,
everybody learns differently. You know what I mean? So there's several ways to get into it, but if you start with the Neo, the N3s, and the controller, you're what, $600-700 in.
And like Billy Kyle was saying on the show Wednesday, he really likes those N3s. Very comfortable. They're a little big, but very comfortable. He was saying that the foam on there is very nice.
Right, you can wear them with glasses, like all the guys wear glasses. You can wear them with your glasses.
Joe, you talking about the cheap ones?
Which one? I'm sorry.
The cheaper goggles.
Yeah, the N3 goggles. Yeah. Billy Kyle on the Wednesday show was talking about how comfortable they are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or I'm with Copper State too. Either the Tiny Hawk or Betaflight. Is it Betaflight? Also has a cheapy little drone with box goggles and a controller. I just gave one away a couple weeks ago. Beta FPV has a little kit. There's what, $200-300?
Yeah, what is that?
You get like 3 or 4 batteries and the drone and goggles and the case. It's like $300 or something like that. That's not a bad way to go either, because you can use that controller in Sims, if I'm not mistaken.
A good thing about the
I'm not 100% certain on that.
Yeah, you got the old crap button, on the Avatas. I mean, that's just. I mean,
it's a good thing to have.
And you could land it, in normal. You don't have to try and land it in manual.
In fact, that's what I always did. I mean, with the Potato and the Avata, I always just hit the shit button on the way in and then just land it visually.
Hey, did y'all see Lon? Did you see Billy put this up yesterday?
Yeah.
That was something.
Oh, is the highway finally done?
No, this is that crash.
Or is this the crash? Yeah.
That's that crash.
Mm.
Oh.
I thought, as soon as I heard about that, I thought about Billy and just, Philly Mike and just, people in the community there in Philly.
Look at that right there.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Look at that.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yes, Billy. I wonder how far is that from where Billy actually is.
I tell you what, if a plane's going to crash in Philly, that might have been the best spot. Because it could have been a lot worse. You don't want to be with that guy, but oh man.
I mean, can you imagine those rows and
worse?
Those rows and rows and rows of apartment buildings, man? It could have been so much worse.
Oh, are you kidding? Right in the middle of downtown somewhere.
Oh my God! I mean, it could have just wiped out. It could have wiped out
in the middle of the
so
day.
Much more.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's tragic enough, but
look at that size of that.
Jeez. I'll tell you, it makes me worried to get on a plane in April, head to Florida. I know.
One plane out of the 10,000 that flew that day.
I
you
know
what
how
I'm
many
saying? It's
planes are in the air every
Oh,
day.
you're
I know.
flying
I tell myself
Southwest?
that.
Yeah.
Are you flying Southwest?
No. I don't even remember.
I'm just asking.
It ain't Spirit. It's I think it's American. I think it's American coming back, and I think it's United going out, something like that.
Mike, I think I'm not sure if anybody died. I thought it was 6 injured, or was there some?
I think there was. I heard there was at least one person that was killed. That was in
Okay.
On the ground, yeah, at least. Yeah, if anyone in those cars or anything.
Yeah, they said that he was on fire running down the street, and then when they got him down, put him out, and EMS got there, but he died on the scene.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah, I was watching some live coverage on it, and this
There you go,
guy
Joe.
was,
Look at a charter flight. Call. What's the dude on TikTok? Analfi. Call. What's his name? Colin. You saw them videos popping up. Get your
I'm not on-
flash.
I don't know.
They actually said there's 16 people on the ground that were injured.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they had one guy in a restaurant. Looked like it might have been a Cane's up there. Looked like Cane's. The menu looked like Cane's, like Cane's menu. And he was sitting there, and it happened. And he was looking out the window, and he was videoing it. You see the big fireball just go right over past him. You know, he kind of got out that drive-through real quick.
Well, I'm sure that anybody within 6 or 8, 10 blocks or whatever, they'll be getting a list of, a piece of airplane hit me or something, and an attorney. So you know how that is.
Go fall down, cut yourself, and say,
Yeah.
You know?
right.
Take a train. There you go.
Yeah, I know. Is that what Mike? Who said that? Oh, Mikey was telling me the same thing. But yeah, you're right, Randy. Take an Amtrak.
Well, those have been known to derail too.
Yeah, my luck. No, I'll just get on the plane. Be all right.
Just get on the plane.
Just get on the plane.
Yeah.
It's a nonstop from Houston to Orlando, and then Bob Casey's picking me up, and we'll drive the rest of the way down, and then he'll drop me off back at Orlando Monday. Like I go to North Carolina, switch planes, and then back to Houston.
Oh, you can hang out with Rick Williamson. There you go.
Yeah.
I got a short layover. I think I got to haul ass from one gate to the other once I get there. It's a short layover.
Yeah, look, Kai said, there you go. You can take a boat.
There you go. Take a boat.
I could.
Slow boat.
Yeah.
You better leave now.
The good news is it's over quick. Typically. The good news.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. It ain't
Sure.
tough.
I was in one time when it landed in Houston, Texas. I was going to Okinawa, and so I'm landing in Houston, then I'm landing in LA, and then we're going from there to Okinawa with military. And as we're landing in Houston, all the tires on one side blew.
Oh, damn.
I watched the wing tip and hit the ground. I said, "Oh, look at this!"
I've been scared a couple times on a plane. I was in near the back of a plane one time, and there was some pretty bad turbulence, and my drink lifted up off of my tray. I grabbed it, and I was like, "Oh shit, we're going down. This is it."
Yeah. Yep. Turbulence is scary.
Yeah, turbulence will scary.
It is.
Yeah, just like being on a roller coaster. That's all.
What Red Fox say? Here I come, Martha, whatever her name is.
Elizabeth.
I'm
Here
coming,
comes
Elizabeth.
I'm
I'm
coming,
coming to join
Elizabeth.
you, honey.
It's the big
Yo,
The big dummy done sold thing. I can't take it no more, baby. The big dummy.
Elizabeth, you big dummy.
Lamont, you big dummy.
The big dummy. Esther, I could press your face in some dough and make gorilla cookies.
I love Sanford. Oh my God.
Oh, I heard the love
Yeah,
Sanford
that
and
was
Son.
fun.
Oh my God. Oof.
He couldn't get away with it. He couldn't get away with it now, but hey, it's funny.
No, they couldn't.
No, I don't think so. It'd be a tough one. All in the Family.
Oh
Sanford
yeah, I
and
was about to say
Son.
All in the Family.
Those
That's another
shows
one.
All in the
be
Family's
like-
the one.
I'll never see that type of stuff again.
I'm surprised
That
it's still
shit
on
has
some places.
long sailed.
Most of those shows, there's no damn way they would air today.
About a Three's Company.
Since yeah, half those shows, ain't no way that shit's gonna fly. Three's Company probably wouldn't fly
Mhm.
because he's
So,
running
Joe,
on
how
acting
far
like
is
he's
a
gay
bando
or
from your
whatever.
house, Joe, how
How
far?
far is the bando from my house?
Yeah, I mean, is it
15
close?
minutes.
Oh, okay, I got you.
15 minutes. Wow.
It's actually in the back of the neighborhood I grew up back in the 90s.
Is Big Kai coming down to meet y'all?
I hope, come on, Kai. Come on down.
Where's
I
Kai?
didn't invite him. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
He gonna come down here and
stomp you.
Gonna come down here and turn me from 5'6" to 5'3".
Where's Kai at from you?
Kai's in well, it's probably 2.5, 3 hours, about the same as Chris, but he's west instead of north.
He's in New Braunfels. Is he in?
Austin, New Braunfels, San Antonio, San Antonio, I think. Wherever the Alamo is.
About Texas, that's the same thing about Texas. Everything's 2-3 hours away.
Not everything.
Like,
I mean,
not everything. I'm just saying.
If you want to go to Brownsville, the Panhandle, it's 17 hours in one state.
That's what I mean. At least that's what I'm saying.
At least,
at least 2 or 3 hours away.
I'll go to a roof inspection an hour away. I'm still on the north side of Houston.
Yeah, he's in San Antonio. I was thinking. So he's with Lee Beasing. Lee's in San Antonio, right?
I think Lee's out there too.
Yeah.
San Antonio. Yeah, y'all come on. Y'all got 8, 9, 10, 11, 3.5 hours and beyond, y'all. 400 Randall Way, Spring, Texas. Let's go.
Spring has sprung.
I wish.
Wasn't it today Groundhog Day?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
So what did they say? What anything happened? I mean,
It's sunny.
I think they were cooking them this morning.
Oh, they was cooking them?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Texas, everything is just down the road.
What's it doing in Puxatawny today, weather-wise?
Couldn't tell you.
I haven't heard.
Ken Hoffbauer.
Matty the walkways. He keeps telling me to do a Matty flip on those walkways. I'll try it.
All right, exactly what is a Matty flip?
Reverse power loop. You come up over something in a front flip and then continue to pitch forward as you throttle up and try not to crash and slam into the concrete. It's just a reverse power loop.
John Flynn, you got that?
I got it. Coming in 2045.
I think I've done one of them. I think I've done one of them, but maybe while I was crashing.
That was after you hit something.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, that's what Avada 2 did the other day after it hit the roof.
I did 4 of them.
Who needs manual? Look at all the flips I'm doing.
Hey Joe, you remember though when I hit that fence out of the Coke Hill out there, hit that fence and it went off about 60 feet to the left.
Yeah, threw the battery one way, threw the battery clip the other way.
Oh my God!
I think you lost the ND filter too, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm glad it went the other way, not by us. I told Johnny, I said, watch out for the fence. You're gonna hit that fence. Watch out! Boom. Okay, you hit the fence.
Oh well. I mean, the gate was only like 6 feet wide. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I can't go through.
That's tight.
At least I hit a little 2-inch pole.
Oh my God!
I flew an Inspire 3 through there a minute ago, though.
I think that was one of the first times I really put it in manual, like anywhere else beside my house, though, in that parking lot, though.
Yeah.
See, it's flying with Johnny gets me in trouble because he gets out there by the river and he gets me with my Mavic 3 and entice me to go through a rail. I did.
Yeah, hey, Mavic 3. What's a Mavic 3 between friends?
Hey, that flight in Philly, what happened? I haven't really heard anything about it. I heard it happened.
It was like 30 seconds after takeoff, man. Thing took off. It was a medical airplane.
Yeah.
It's like 2 doctors. I think a young girl was treated and they were sending her back to Mexico.
She was leaving St. Jude life-saving treatment
surgery
on her way home with two pilots, 2 doctors, and her.
And her mother, I think, or one of her parents.
Yeah, her mom.
It looked like it was a catastrophic failure, though, because
it went like a rocket ship. Yeah,
it did, man. Like it just.
I thought it was a missile going in.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I saw several different angles. Ring cam.
Been some kind of oxygen inside the plane. May have ignited inside the plane, like an oxygen tank. But they showed the oxygen tanks on the ground. One of the oxygen tanks was a block and a half away, and the valve system was missing. Now that makes sense because if it hits, if you drop one and hit that thing and it comes off, it's a rocket.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that.
I have
literally, a guy dropped one off the back of a truck once, and the valve
happened in
broke,
the military.
and it took off like a freaking missile.
Really?
It took off like a missile.
What the hell it
Like,
was? Yeah.
and went across the room and embedded itself in a cinder block wall
Whew.
Yeah.
about 50 feet away. Bam! And embedded
Damn.
itself in a cinder block wall.
That's
We
crazy.
had
What
a-
It's
we had
nothing to
another
play
guy-
with.
What about the Black
Another
Hawk
guy-
incident? I mean, what do y'all think about
Yeah, that one doesn't make sense
Yeah,
because
that's a
that
lot
one
of
does
errors.
not make sense at all. There's something up about that
Yeah,
because she was in the wrong. They won't release her name, and she was above the height she was supposed to be. She's supposed to be at 250 feet, and she was at 400 feet. And if you look at that good footage they've got, she turned into that plane.
Hmm.
So I want to know who she was, and who was on that other plane that they're not giving all the names yet. Something's up
Yeah,
there.
then they're talking about the traffic controllers where there's like 2/3 of many traffic controllers as they're supposed to be, and
There was
yada,
only
yada,
5
yada.
working.
they
they're
released
supposed to be
the name
11 or
now,
something like
honestly.
that.
It's supposed to be 11, and then it hit 5.
Yeah, something like that. And so
It's
what the
an
hell's
absurd.
up with that?
It's an overcrowded.
There's a lot going on. Oh, Lone Star says
that's
they
a
released their
problem right
name.
there.
Well, that makes you now. That's the stuff that worries me. Like that's not, and that isn't happening in a vacuum. You know what I'm saying? That's not. That's not. There's just one airport's like that bullshit. That sounds like
Yeah.
a systemic problem to me.
You're driving, right?
That
Jeff?
is yeah, yeah. It sounds like a systemic problem. So that's the part that worries me. It's like at a hospital where all the nurses work 75 hours a week or whatever. If they're lacking personnel, the people that are working are probably working a F ton of overtime and they're tired and yada yada yada.
Right.
They're not
Is
doing
this
what they're
her
supposed to.
Rebecca Loback.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to say anything bad, but
Yeah,
I
you
don't know, man. You don't because you don't know. So I
We
keep
don't
my comments to myself. But
Well, they said she
It
has
smells.
1,000 hours in the air.
and she might.
So something
She
happened,
Yeah, something probably happened. Yeah.
I heard something about that air traffic control, or someone told air traffic control that they had visual of the plane or Black Hawk. I don't remember which was which, but so
The
the air
Black-
traffic
the
controllers
Black
were
Hawk said
kind of relaxed a little bit. And they're like,
She
okay,
had
you see them.
450
Okay,
hours of
And
flying.
the other guy had 1,000 hours. It was one with 1,000 hours.
It's hard to say. It's just too bad. It's too bad, and mistakes happen. That's what human beings is
Yeah.
all about. You know what I mean? So no matter what you put in place, what safeties you put in place, procedures, shit's still gonna happen when you got that many balls in the air, and it's unfortunate. And I guess you don't want to point fingers, but it makes you wonder. Though I hate to say it, and then when they put you in this position, it does. You can't help but wonder. That's the bad part about the policies they've been putting into place. It makes you look back on stuff like this and go,
Yeah.
it just does.
The biggest theory is there was another plane taking off at the same time.
Mhm.
And they asked the helicopter if they had visual on the plane. And the other plane was taking off and they came back and confirmed it.
Right.
And then they told them, okay, come in behind. So they started making their bank in behind. At the same time, the plane coming in above them was making the bank so he couldn't see the helicopter. So it's always possibility they recognized the wrong plane.
Right. They were looking at the wrong
And that's
thing.
what I was thinking at first. And when they made the turn, because it looks like it went into it, but in reality, the other plane may have come down into the helicopter.
My problem is, and you spend probably as much time. I spent a lot of time at airports and I spent a lot of time on military transports, but not in civilian, Well, I don't understand why they're playing it that close. That's the other
Yeah.
problem I have with this
That
whole
didn't make sense.
scenario. Why they're playing it this close where there's 100 feet here and 100 feet there.
Yeah,
Jesus
no lie.
The helicopter could have waited 5 minutes for that other plane to take off, in my opinion. That's the beauty of
But-
helicopters. They hover.
but those
They could have
planes-
waited.
The planes are coming in.
Yeah, the
all
plane's got to
time.
go. But the helicopter could have been set aside for 5 minutes while these planes took off or landed or whatever. I don't understand why they're playing it this close. That's my concern with this whole scenario. From what I can see, it seems weird. Why not? I don't get it. Why are they playing it this close?
The trouble with that airport is they don't have any cross runway. I mean, they have 2 runways. One's a long one, one's a short one, and it's they have too many planes coming in for what they can handle. I mean, they have planes coming in there all the time. There's like
they're at capacity.
They're
kind of what Don is saying. Yeah, why would you? They only have a crisscross warning landing, just like we do here at the little airport we're at. And you talk about a plane coming in basically sideways, crossing the runways.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh yeah.
And the trouble is that the runway that that plane was trying to land is a short runway, and you have to get lined up, and
right.
you're like even more focused on trying to land because it is a shorter runway, and the margin of
They were
air.
probably just a couple hundred feet from hitting the runway.
Yeah.
And that's that Don said exactly what I said. It don't make no sense. Like I said, a helicopter, whatever. I get the plane. The plane's got to go. You know what I mean? You can't just stop the plane and go.
The plane always has right of way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah.
I thought it was like, Joe, you said 400 feet. I thought they were like at 2 something.
They were at 350 feet, I think.
350.
It was
And-
350, 400 feet somewhere in that
They're
neighborhood.
supposed to be at less than 200.
And so the helicopter was supposed to be at less than 200. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it
But
is.
still, 200 feet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 150, 200 feet. That's too damn close.
Christ.
And I know it's a congested airport. They were saying it's very congested, but wow, needing 5 people.
wow,
Maybe
son.
Like that.
It just
So this
seems
is an accident that's been waiting to happen. If they do this every day, because like I said, this is a systemic problem, in my opinion. They do this shit every day. And they just normally get away with it. It's what it boils down to. That's my point.
Well, they also said they had like 4 near misses in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. That's my point. It's like I drive through downtown and fire a gun in random directions, and I just got lucky and never killed anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, or you launch your drone 1,000 feet in the air by the airport, and you just got away with it for 6 months until oops.
All right, Kai. Thanks for joining us. Angel.
Playing chicken with the planes.
Yeah, no lie.
Yeah.
It was a terrible sight to see, though. My God. Them,
It's
Yeah,
too
it is.
bad, man.
they didn't know what, those pilots, I mean, and they, of course, that window on them planes wasn't very big. Did they see it like right at the, I mean, they didn't see nothing probably.
I bet you they didn't see it at all.
Yeah.
Well, it was on a right, a left bank, and got hit, so it came in underneath them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking, that as it was making that bank, it came down, and they were making the bank to follow the other jet, and they probably didn't see that one above them. And as they came in this way, it came down, because if they're on an angle like this, and the Black Hawk's on an angle, he's not seeing that plane above him.
No.
Yeah, I mean, those pilots are,
It's not gonna happen.
they're focused on that runway and landing
Yep.
on
Oh,
that
yeah.
runway. They aren't focused on, I got to see, is there anybody else around so I can land? That's
Well, yesterday I'm flying out by Sunset Point, and I'm at 140 feet. I wasn't high. I was just about a 140, and I heard it coming. I heard a Black Hawk coming.
They had 3 of them pass over, Joe, coming that way.
Yeah, but I heard them coming. You know how they come out of the lakefront? They right on the edge of the lakefront, and I heard it. It was behind me, so I turned around and looked, and I saw it, and he was at about 400 feet, so I was good. So I kind of just stayed where I was, but this is a Black Hawk that was painted gray. I couldn't see the markings on it, but this sucker blew by me. That sucker was going full throttle, just blew gone.
Gray.
It was painted gray. I can't make it out. I couldn't make it out.
Your National Guard have Blackhawks?
Yeah, they've got green ones. I've never seen a gray one before.
Well, normally that's what I was. Well, gray.
Yeah, it was gray.
Marines, but Marines
No.
don't fly. I was gonna say, that's
No, they
interesting.
don't have blacks.
Hmm.
But that sucker
Interesting.
went. I mean, when it went by me, I looked up at it, and I was trying to read them. I couldn't read it.
Well, we had several incidents around here a few years ago, and finally the military cracked down because these hot dogs get out there and they'll be just flying around and they'll fly over parks like at 100 feet, 150 feet and stuff like that. And they finally cracked down on them after there was a bunch of complaints.
Yeah, they do that at they do that at the Mandeville game. Mandeville be playing football or getting out there getting ready to play football, and they'll have a couple of them come flying over, see the stadium, and buzz the stadium.
Yeah, they was right over the house yesterday.
Yeah.
Had to say goodbye.
See,
That's 1,000 feet minimum, though. That's probably 1,500, 2,000 feet.
Yeah, it's kind of, they was, I don't know. You definitely can hear them, I can tell you that.
They land right by the airport, though.
Yeah. Speaking of heights, real quick, you know, one of the benefits of NFCs being dropped, you know how Mavic 3s and the Air 3S, and I think the Air 3, you can change their maximum height to 3,200 feet in the settings. And in the past, it never worked because you had to be in some special zone for it to work. Now it works everywhere. I tried it the other day, and it was like the drone just kept going up and up and up. I'm like, damn, son. And this is in an area where the ceiling was 400 feet before because it's a flight path. And because my potato used to drop out of manual whenever I went over 400 feet there. And the minute I hit 401 feet, the potato would go, whoop.
Yeah, no, I don't
go
like
back
this.
to normal. Yeah, so
I've done that.
I hit about 2,000 feet, and I said, "Damn!" And I said, "Hey, let me bring this bitch down." But I was just testing out just to see. Yeah, so it actually works now.
Happy birthday, Mr. Don Fisheye Mudball.
Happy birthday, Don.
Birthday, Don.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh,
I'm gonna change it to Mudbug drone.
Mudbug.
Gary Foster, happy birthday. Oh no, who is it? Gary Foster?
Yeah, I thought you said earlier. Yeah, happy birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not Don's birthday.
Yeah, Don too.
Don and
Don's
Gary.
and Gary.
Oh, Don too.
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
And Fish Eyes.
Wow.
Fish Eyes birthday.
And Fish Eye's
Wow.
birthday. Oh, we'll have
Yeah,
to
Fish
give
Eye
him a
was
special
yesterday.
audition.
Fish Eyes older than Don though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's one time at a Southeastern baseball game, there was a Black Hawk. Joe, you know how in the outfield, just right over the center field, they have the flag. All three, they have the Louisiana and the Southland Conference.
Yeah.
And Southeast. I mean, that Black Hawk. When I say it came right through the middle of the flag, probably 150 feet, and just shook the stadium. I mean, we never, to this day, we really don't know what it was doing. It's like people are like, oh my God, he come up over the stadium and just kind of buzz the baseball field.
Yeah, that's what they do, Mandeville.
Yeah.
If there's one coming through, and if Mandeville's got a game getting ready to go, they'll buzz that stadium at about 150 feet.
Don.
I thought they were twins, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, you get their numbers. I know from experience that if you get their tail numbers, somebody's going to be in the office come the next morning.
Yo, are you going live
explaining, making some explanations.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do.
Hey guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this. I got to get over to the cemetery. We're gonna go play some. After that, probably go play some pickleball about 10 o'clock and see y'all. What we got? No Fly for Fun show this week. Joe will go. Joe, you all gonna go live? Try to catch a little live.
Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, either maybe a couple different times because I may go live from the Air 3. I may go live just from my phone for a little bit, or maybe from with the FPV flight, whatever. So yeah,
Today,
I'll go live.
I know what they got. Drone Seekers, Marcus and them. Tomorrow night, Drone Nation. So yeah, keep up with all the shows and get out there and fly. Thanks for joining in this morning, and everybody have a great day.
Good day,
I'll talk to
everybody.
y'all later.
And go Chiefs.